Gentlemen, we have called you together to inform you that we are going to overthrow the United States government. You still think that jet fuel brought down the World Trade Center? Does anybody else see a problem here? If the government has nothing to hide, why are they so afraid to answer a few questions? This story does not add up.
And now they come out, Paul Watson 3 weeks ago, writes an article out of the Bioethics Journal, linking to it, where they say kill babies up to 3. First it's up to birth, then it's up to 3, then it's up to 10, then it's everybody. Kill granny, cover a Newsweek. Simultaneously, there is no plan to have death panels, because they call them something else. Technically, it's not called that, but it is a death panel. And you know, Bill Gates now admits it after it passes. By the way, they say the Supreme Court is set to go ahead and approve it. Well, of course, the insurance companies wrote it, owned by the big banks. It isn't liberals wanting to give you some health care. They want to take over health care so you can't buy it if you want it and kill you deader than a hammer. You'll all find out soon enough, though, all you that serve the system and love it. So all of that's going on, and people didn't believe it. They were like, this is satire. There goes InfoWars lying again. When Paul was linked to the Journal, well, 2 days later, London Telegraph, Associated Press, others, but a lot of the publications said, this is good. Let's kill some healthy 3-year-old kids. My daughter just turned 4, but I can't imagine her eyes electric with life and awakening and understanding and discernment and creativity and discovery. And these murderous scum, I saw confirmed reports now where Pepsi won't let its shareholders stop putting baby fetal juices in as flavoring. That's confirmed. It's going to, and then last week Obama approved aborted babies for everything, healthcare products, cosmetics, because they got to compete with the Chinese market, and that's back in the news today. Men taking dead baby ground up pills so they can get erections, they think. That's in the news today. And I'm the bad guy because I'm against all this horror. I'm the extremist. I'm the bad man. Paul Watson, but Paul Watson's the bad man. See, first, people say it can't be true, kill babies. The state says kill babies, even if they're geniuses. People always say don't kill mentally retarded babies because next it'll be healthy ones. They're just like, skip all that, kill whoever we say. We're the state, we say die. And they target the unborn with these vaccines that they know is causing deformities, mental illness, and miscarriages. On record, they always knew till 3.5 years ago. It was in every insert, don't give a pregnant woman a shot. Now it's on the news. Pregnant women get extra because they're testing, telling you to get it, have the miscarriage, and get away with it. They're testing, murdering you. They're not quietly injecting black men with syphilis anymore and watching them die slowly. Or atomic soldiering, you know, people or letting children die with radiation poisoning, like they used to do in secret. Now it's just killing us out in the open. But the minute they admitted, yeah, we want to kill your baby after they're born, suddenly people went, that's reasonable. But I thought I was crazy. It wasn't real. No, it's real and it's good. Because those people are cowards, and they're scared deep down to the system, so they're going to accept anything. They're like, oh, I'm with you. I'll do it. Oh, yeah, kill babies. All of you that are going along with this, who think you're going to get away with stuff and keep being able just to operate it as usual, you're the ones that are ensuring your own destruction. I want to bring Paul Watson up. He'll be with us in the next segment. Paul, incredible job on this report and your other report on the locals not buying up in Wisconsin that this is earthquakes. And that they think it's explosions, obviously probably some underground testing, who knows what it is, or the result of fracking. They also think they're doing a lot of CO2 pumping in the area, part of carbon taxing. You know, they've got deals where they can pump it back into the ground, saying it's evil, don't want plants to breathe it. Great job. That's up on the Drudge Report right now. But briefly, look, as hardcore as your article is, it's not hardcore enough. I want another one just with a hardcore, sensational headline, because this is sensational. I can't come up, Paul, with a headline hardcore enough for every system of tech coming out and all appliances wired to listen and track us. Paul Watson, what's a good idea for an article just giving people every piece of the puzzle?
I don't know, Alex. It'd probably take a long time. The main concern that I have is people just don't care anymore. If you're signed into Google, which if you've got any kind of account related to email or advertising or virtually anything, then you have to be signed into Google. It's virtually become the internet.
And now they quietly claim you waive your rights, so they're going to watch you over the camera built in. All the TVs are coming out with cameras built in, microphones, and they admit they're watching you in your house with an AI computer keylogging. Stay there. Because people are like, even though it's admitted, they're like, liar, they ain't got enough people to listen. Well, they got millions of people listening. They got computers doing it, creating text that's then data mined by the NSA. Stay there, Watson. I want to talk about this. This is bad news. Hey, Al Sharpton, why don't you talk about how they sterilize black women all over this country, or how they give them injections that sterilize them, or how, oh, no, you're going to talk about that, or how they give the Africans HIV. You're just going to shoot your mouth off all day and threaten violence in Florida. I'm telling you, Obama advised Odinga in emails when he was a senator, when he didn't win the election in Kenya, to stage riots, to make them give him a prime ministership, to invent a post. I'm going to tell you what I think about this coming up, but let me tell you, Obama and his controllers are not beyond staging race riots in this country. And it's despicable. All right, going back to Paul Watson. Paul, talk about sheep. I mean, people are getting to where, yeah, first we were crazy that Google and others were watching us through appliances. Now it's just admitted, Paul. I mean, this is totally illegal, Paul.
People don't care, though, Alex. I mean, there's a thing in London where you walk past this Xbox Kinect type screen and it scans your face to determine your gender, and then it targets adverts based on that premise. There's RFID where it's literally Minority Report style advertising. The RFID is scanned in your clothing or your bag or whatever, and then the ad is specifically targeted to you, and that technology is now being rolled out. Now remember, this was never going to happen, but now it's just being rolled out, and the sheeple are loving it. But it doesn't matter if 20% or 80% or 99% want to be slaves. I have privacy. That's why in a republic, everybody's rights are protected, even if the majority want to be slaves. And this is totally illegal, and most people don't like it. They're just not aware of it, and then they're slowly being conditioned publicly to accept it. Right. People are already slaves, though. I mean, they've got their face buried in a cell phone, which we have anyway, because that's our job. I mean, we have to do it every day, but we choose to do it.
But we're aware of it. We know.
Yeah, we need to. That's our job. We need to keep up with the news. But generally, people have their face buried in their cell phone. You've got the majority of stuff on Twitter is complete babble, and people are just obsessed with babble and crud. And so when that gets thrown at them via targeted advertising, most of them welcome it. They like to see, you know, if they've been shopping at a particular store, and then an ad from that same store pops up on their browser a couple of weeks later, they like it. Most of them like being in the Matrix. That's what you've got to understand.
And, of course, Google 6 years ago said they were already testing, and it was patented, that they would dial in when you were using Google systems, that they would hack into your computer via the cookies and interfaces, and that they would watch you with an AI computer system over the camera and listen. And if they heard a dog barking or certain TV shows, that would go into the algorithm and tailor advertising. But we know that's just the funding mechanism. It's really a DARPA system, and they now admit that. Why do you think Petraeus came out and admitted the CIA's operating domestically, which is illegal, a felony every time, on record, and that all the appliances are watching us and that there's no more Fourth Amendment? Why would he just come out publicly and defecate all over the Constitution?
Because, as I just said, people don't care. Most people don't give a damn. I mean, Google and the CIA are virtually the same thing through In-Q-Tel, which is the CIA's investment program.
He was giving a speech in In-Q-Tel when he said that, yeah.
Yeah, They're invested in the same projects. Google's recorded future. This is basically eventually designed to be an attempt to predict the near future events through continuous monitoring of internet data and information. Google and In-Q-Tel, the primary investors. Of course, we know Google was started by CIA seed money. So
let's talk about this over-the-horizon future prediction system that we reported on 10 years ago and were called loonies. Without it being declassified, I can foresee with my own electrochemical supercomputer. We all have one. Do you use yours? We're going to defeat these people. Stay there, Paul. I want to break down this nightmare matrix. We are living in a brave new world. And we are having our genetics overwritten. The elite are playing God. We have discovered documents from the 1850s of a UFO cult with the Huxleys, Darwins, Wedgwoods, and others. H.G. Wells was part of it, and a whole Star Child program. They believe that they are descendants of space aliens, the Anunnaki. And the movie coming out, Prometheus, is basically propaganda in that vein. And so I'm going to shoot a video today that'll be out Monday or so, a special report here for the radio, exposing the secrets that film entails, because it is highest level Illuminati religion. That's why they're so crazy. That's what they believe. It's why they believe they've got a race with all these antimatter weapons, genetic engineering, all of it, underground seed bunkers, DNA vaults all over the world. It is just crazy. And we are going to be breaking that down for you with the documents from the 1850s. Now, do I believe aliens are running all this? Christians would call it the devil. I don't get into that. I'm going to cover what the elite believe. And there's a reason Prometheus is making such a stir online, and everybody from Forbes to the LA Times is freaking out, saying, you know, science fiction with mystery is back. The only good science fiction movie in years has been something like, well, there's been some good ones, but like Children of Men. But that, too, is where they sterilize everybody. It's all about controlling of the genetics. And most of us are dead already. We've already had our DNA wrecked. That's on record from the lead and mercury alone they've put into the environment. We're one generation into GMO. Now they're going full GMO. In every mammal test of creatures that have a quicker life cycle, guinea pigs, rats, mice, sheep, you get 99+% total sterilization and deformity mutations. Generally, you think of deformities only happening in utero and developing in the first trimester. Really fantastic deformities. You know, it's 2 heads, you know, 5 eyes, 7 fingers, stuff like that, 2 hearts, 3 kidneys, another human inside a human, teeth growing on the pancreas. Oh, that's the type of deformities. You can go look them up. The list goes on and on. Another head inside a head. But with the GMO goodies, that the global UFO Star Child cult has been giving us, in every mammal species, by the 3rd generation under this, they start mutating when they're born and after. And I mean eyeballs growing out, teeth growing out of the side, little heads popping out, hair growing out of the mouths, females with giant breasts, the males with no testicles. It's all the blessings of the New World Order. And they're going to give you all the other blessings. Oh, they're going to bless you like they blessed the troops with DU. How many troops didn't believe me and call in now and say they're coughing up blood and got cancer at 25 and their kidneys are failing and they've been diagnosed with diabetes and the DU, and they go into the VA and they say, here's some Prozac. They're like, but I'm coughing up blood and losing weight. There's nothing wrong with you, Jack. And if you complain, I'm going to put you on a list as crazy and have your firearms taken. That's not even an American doctor. Most of the doctors at the VA now don't even have real medical degrees. You are to be decommissioned like an old cannon. You're to be spiked.